Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto and welcome to the channel as well if you are new. In this video, we're going to do a full update and analysis on Ondo. We're going to talk about the short term right here. We'll talk about the long term and we'll talk about some crucial things regarding the fundamentals of Ondo that I think you need to know about. It's been a long time coming, obviously. Most of you know, I think at least that I try to post Ondo updates at least every other week or so. I'm not certain if I'm able to do that, or at least I'm not certain if I have been able to do that in the past couple of months. But honestly, Ondo has not been the best crypto to keep an eye on. I mean, September we still had some momentum. September we had some sort of an opportunity to break above the critical support level we had at 1.1 and 1.05. But that was the top. That was the top in the markets, and then we started to push down, and you can see Ondo has suffered greatly after that. Right now, from the top to the bottom, we're down about 59%, and it hurts me to say, but it's not looking great on the higher time frames. It's also not looking great on the lower time frames. It's also not looking great regarding the fundamentals. I've always held Ondo in a very loving place in my heart. I still remember when it launched early 2024. There was quite a dark period for me, and this was one of the coins where I actually was able to make a lot of money. I mean, I remembered buying into 25 cents, and the rally that happened afterwards, I sold much too early in hindsight, but ultimately it was an amazing crypto. But since then, since June 2024, it has gone downhill for a long period of time, and then we had that last spike right here into December 2024. Then the unlocks came January 2025, and since then it's been bad, right? I mean, if you look at the higher time frames, if you look at the weekly time frame, you just cannot get very optimistic about this. There is a scenario which we will talk about in the video right here where we can get a little bit more optimistic, but the technicals are not looking great. And the fundamentals, I'm also a bit worried about. The fundamentals for Ondo are not necessarily bad, right? I mean, if you look at the TVL has been growing. Ondo Global Markets is pulling in some nice volume and some nice, general usage when it comes to minting these stocks on chain, etc. So it's not bad, but I've put it on the chart here. But the unlock, we had January 2025, which I think hurt so many of us, and that I think hurt the price of Ondo so much. We're getting another one of those, okay? And to put into perspective how much that unlock has actually hurt us, if you my apologies, if you compare the price in the last year of Ondo to the market cap, what you can see is that the market cap at a very long period of time was actually still sitting very close to the all-time high. However, the price was much lower, and that's because of the unlocks. And we're getting those unlocks again in relatively bearish market circumstances. I'm holding my heart. I'm not sure what to expect from that. And honestly, holding Ondo at this point of time, it depends on where you entered, and it depends on how much money you've allocated to it. But I just don't see a lot to be happy about. I mean, even if you go to the short-term order flow, what you can see, like this is the last couple of days, right? So this is since the 3rd of December. You can see a lot of selling. CVD is dropping down. There's a lot of shorts being opened, which that might actually be the thing that will save Ondo at some point of time. The funding rate is even negative. But then the price keeps pushing down, right? There's barely any absorption from spot buyers. Even with those shorts being opened, it seems like those shorters are getting away very easily. Now, I think the general market is looking a bit better. And because of those negative funding rates, because of the massive amount of shorts in the price, I think we can actually expect some bullish momentum in December, up to that critical resistance level we have right here at 55 and 58 cents. If the markets are actually able to fundamentally shift to a much more bullish state, we can reclaim 57 cents, and then we can actually start a new uptrend. That is the only thing I think that can save Ondo, and then we can rally up to 70 cents somewhere in Q1 2026. This is a possibility. Like, this is the one scenario in which Ondo could be saved. The thing though is that, is this most likely under the current conditions? No. I think under the current conditions, it is most likely will remain relatively stable. I think from that stability, we can also test those levels at 55 and 57 cents, but we'd have to see some major bullish changes in the general markets. Or for Ondo specifically, who knows, that would be great as well, before I would tell you that I think we're going to break above that. So unfortunately, this And then eventually, unfortunately, also this is what I think is more likely for Ondo right now. I'll keep you updated on this. If there's anything I think you need to know regarding the fundamentals for Ondo, regarding the market circumstances that change my perspective on Ondo, I'll let you know. But for now, that's it. Thank you for watching, everybody. Take care and bye.